everybody. Hi again. Hey, Fisher Spam. Hey, Courtney. Hey, Robert, Pamela, Shelly, everybody in chat. How's everybody doing today? Um, yeah, I forgot I was on camera already. And when it hit the live stream, it just popped up and there I am. Whoops. So, oh well. I should have just started the show there instead of I wanted to have music going. And so for some reason, when I create these shows in StreamYard, I put it on my Facebook because it doesn't go to a third-party group. So I created on my Facebook page, personal Facebook page, and then I go and share it from there. But when I have it on my Facebook page, it has it set to private, and I can't get it to turn off of there. So I use the music as a buffer so I can go and change it to public, and then it's just a big headache trying to figure that out. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing good. Happy Tuesday to everybody. For the second Tuesday in a row, I have come back from the dentist, and I am still a little bit numb up here. So last Tuesday, I had the that fun root canal, root canal done, because the other one was infected. Had that taken out, and then a new one put on. Then I had to go back to my regular dentist today, and I have a temporary crown put on that tooth. And it feels great. And then I think I have to go back in a week or so to get the permanent crown put on. So I'm going to be seeing an awful lot of my dentist in the next few weeks. So, but anyway, like I said, I hope everybody's week is going better than mine so far. Hope there you are dentist free and having a good time with work and everything. So, want to quick tease Saturday a little bit. So Krista and I will be opening a can of Spam on Saturday. What does that mean? They have to tune in Saturday at 7 o'clock Central to find out. Two people know what that means. I'm not going to give any names, so it'll be fun. A can of Spam. That's your hint for the week. Something to ponder all week long. Dentistry is always a better time. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So anyway, today, so last night, this is kind of a weird story. Last night, I went to bed, almost thinking, you know what, maybe I won't do a show today. I haven't really thought of much to do. I wasn't sure what I was going to do, and I almost delicious with potatoes. No. Sarah, my old insurance. She's not old. I used to use her as an insurance agent when she was an insurance agent. So hi, Sarah, how you doing? Yes, I do this. Having a blast doing it, and glad you found us. Glad you're with us. So enjoy. And she does ghost hunts quite often. Sarah, we are going to have to talk. That'll be fun. We need to talk about that. So anyway, what did I just do? Okay, I did that. Okay, I'm good. She is on Facebook. Sarah, if you want to head on over to my YouTube page, Paranormal Among Us, the link is on Facebook there. Hop on over there, and everybody else in chat can see you as well. Right now, they can just they don't see you. I just see you over here. So, anyway, I went to bed last night not knowing what I was going to do today. I almost decided, since I had the dentist and I might not have been feeling good, so I almost canceled it again today. But I figured, no, you know what? It's kind of therapeutic for me to come on here and chat. I just didn't know what I was going to talk about, so. I woke up, and the first thing I thought about was not that I had to go to the bathroom, but the first thing I thought was I had a guest from last year. Her name was Ayla Anderson. It was on episode 19. I didn't have many subscribers back then, so I thought she had some great stories. So what I thought I would do is watch that episode again and then I remembered some of her stories. So I think we're going to do some of her stories. They were pretty good stories too that she told us. Hey Shelly, just wanted to say the thank you comment about Believes Us was for those Believes Us experiencers. Yep. No, it didn't come out wrong. You're good. So anyway, so this was, like I said, this was episode 19. I'm not exactly sure how I found her. It might have been back then. I still am on this podcast collaboration um, Facebook page, and people would basically put in information. Hey, you want to be a guest on my show? Hey, I have this experience. Hey, I talk about this. I'm an expert at this and this and this, and people connect that way. Hey, Crystal. So I think I found her that way. I don't exactly remember, but she right now she lives in Maryland. And before I go too far, on the top of the chat on the YouTube channel, if you guys have a story that you would like to share and come on and be a guest on here after I read these stories from Ayla, come on in. The link is up on top of the chat in YouTube, so head on over if you feel like it. And if not, that's fine too. And also, I want to mention here, as I always seem to forget to put the sticker on. Excuse me. If you guys have any paranormal stories that you would like to share, or if you want to be a guest on the show, there's my email address, Paranormal Among Us. It's coming here in a few seconds. Paranormal Among Us 72 at gmail.com. And I can either read your story or have you on as a guest, and we can chat and have some fun. We could either have be on a Saturday show, my normal show with Krista, or you can come on the patio and we can chat. And you don't have to be out on your patio. I had Robert Perez on here last week. He was out on the patio, and I appreciated that. So it's almost like we were kind of sitting in different parts of the country out on the patio, enjoying the beautiful day that we have out here. And actually, somebody was asking, Pam was asking me what kind of day we were having here. It's gorgeous out. Not many clouds in the sky. It's about 75 degrees, light breeze. I got 77 right now. Saray, it's called Paranormal Among Us. Here, I will pop the link on here in just a second. Please hold. No, there it is. I have different computers for different things, and I do most of my stuff on a Mac. And this one here is not a Mac, and I have to get used to this. Copy. Saray, you're in Canada. What are you doing in Canada? Hey, Rye. Let's see here. Control-V. There is the link that is coming up. There's the link, Saray, if you want to jump on YouTube. It is a beautiful day, Shelley. Another fellow Canadian. Actually, Rai Saray is from here, from St. Louis, I believe. At least this is where I met her at. But she is now, I don't know if she's vacationing in Canada or she's living up there now. But I've always wanted to go to Canada. If anybody would like to send me money so I can go to Canada, that would be great. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, anyway, getting back to these stories from Ayla. She's on vacation in Canada. Awesome. And everybody on YouTube is like, what? What are they talking about? They're watching on Facebook right now. So anyway, let me get back to Ayla. I get very distracted. Look, a squirrel. Ayla Anderson, she kind of bounced around the country a lot as she was growing up, lived in small towns. I believe she was from a small town in Nevada. Can't remember the name of it, right around Area 51, I think. Hey, War. Um, she kind of moved around. I'm not sure if her parents were military or what, but she moved around a lot. Let's just say that. And she's now in someplace in Maryland. But when she was 5 or 6 years old, she lived in a town called Gainesville, Missouri, which is down. Hey, you found it, Sarah. Which is down near Branson, Missouri. Actually, it's just east of Branson, and right near the Missouri-Arkansas border. So this is where this first story took place. Her and her mom lived in an apartment complex in a cul-de-sac. So kind of picture an apartment complex in a cul-de-sac. There's a lot of room there. There's a lot of open area. So, and you don't, you're pretty close to all your neighbors there. So you pretty much know everybody. And as you're a kid growing up, you play with all the kids there. So she knew everybody that was growing up, all the kids that were her age or whatever. She knew all of them and stuff. That's kind of important to note here. But anyway, so like I mentioned, she was 5 or 6 years old. She couldn't remember which. And you know the stories that kids are so innocent and pure that they know they can probably see things. They have sense beings or spirits or whatever that are around them. So they can sense that a little bit better than grown-ups and everything. So one day she was helping her mom with groceries, and you know how everybody carries the groceries in. Try not to make so many trips. So you're loading up, and she was helping her mom one time getting groceries out of her car, and she's like she said, she was trying to get as many bags as she could, and her mom was already in the house, and she kind of looked towards the house, and as she did, like she said, there was like a grassy field in front of the house. She noticed a young girl standing in front of the house. She had kind of long black hair, white dress on, but she had this glow to her, unlike anybody that you see. And I guess at 5 or 6 years old, she didn't really think about it. She just saw the kid there and just kind of went back to what she was doing, and then she did a double take. So this was maybe like, let's say, less than 5 seconds after she noticed this kid in the front yard there, and the kid was gone. So she said it's a big open area, so there was really no way a kid could have gotten away that fast. She would have seen somebody running in a distance or something, and it was far enough away from the apartment complex to where she couldn't have got behind the complex or anything, the building. So she didn't think anything of it. She was kind of maybe a little bit freaked out, didn't say anything to her mom. And years later, she was talking with her mom and her fiance at the time. I guess it's her husband now. And congratulations, Ayla. This has been a little while that she's been married. So they were talking about, I guess, strange things that have happened, and she said her mom was kind of a she could see things before they were happening. So whoa, the cicadas are dying out here, and these flies are getting terrible. Anyway, so like I said, they were talking, and then she decides to mention something to her mom about this. And her mom said, "Oh, that's funny that you said that, because when you were growing up, a lot of times I would see you standing at the window, and one time you asked if you can go outside and play with that girl out there." And her mom, and she couldn't remember, Ayla couldn't remember the story at all that her mom was telling her about. She was looking out the window, and Ayla saw this little girl outside wanting playing or something by herself, but her mom didn't see it. So she kept asking, well, who's out there? That girl out there, don't you see her? And then she went, as a kid, she went outside and was playing with the girl, and her mom was watching, and all she saw was Ayla playing, and didn't see that little girl, the spirit of that little girl that was there. Kind of freaky, but her mom didn't think anything of it. I guess nothing else was mentioned about this as they grew up. But later on, when she was in high school, and she said she saw this kid a couple more times here and there, but her mom never mentioned any more about it after that. So, hey Ernie, how you doing? Glad to see you caught it. You must be on your lunch break at work. So good to have you here, Ernie. Ernie's on Facebook right now. And again, if anybody wants to, before I get into this next story, if anybody wants to jump in and tell a story or chat or whatever, the link is on top of the YouTube chat. So anyway, let's fast forward a few years to high school. Thanks, Pam, for putting Ross's channel out there. There we go. So let's fast forward, like I said, to high school. Ayla was in high school. I'm not sure where this story took place. Just that she was in high school. And like she said, she did move around quite a bit. So she was spending the night at a friend's house, at her best friend's house. And you know how when you're a kid, and she was actually embarrassed to tell me that they were watching Tales from the Crypt. And so I'm 51. She's probably younger than that. No, she's younger than that. So she was watching Tales from the Crypt, watching scary movies like kids do on sleepovers and stuff. Sarah Ray, you have a story about your granddaughter. Well, on the top of the chat, if you want, the top of the chat, there's a link that I have pinned on the top. If you want to jump on here a little later on, I will put the link in here again. There's the link again that's coming up here on YouTube on the chat. So if you want to come on, if not, that's great. We can talk later. Boy, these bugs are crazy. Anyway, they were watching Tales from the Crypt, watching other scary movies and shows and stuff like kids do. And she ended up falling asleep in the recliner. I guess her friend saw her sleeping in the recliner. Hey, Shade Viking. And then she just went off and went to bed in her bedroom and left Ayla at the recliner. So Ayla tells me that she woke up in the middle of the night, kind of like she had the feeling that someone was watching her. And it turned out someone was watching her. She woke up, and as she was opening her eyes, trying to focus better, she saw a figure, and she didn't really say how tall this figure was, if it looked like a hat man, or what. So she just sees this figure kind of walking away from her. And she says it was kind of a clear figure, but it was pixelated, kind of wavy lines and stuff. But it was clear. She kind of gasped, like, just imagine waking up in the middle of the night and seeing a figure in your bedroom, and you're kind of startled. That's what she did. So apparently this thing heard her, stopped what it was doing, turned and looked at her, and then walked towards her. So instead of yelling or running or whatever, she didn't say she was frightened with fear and couldn't move. She just said that all she did was kind of wave her hand in the face of this creature or this being or this figure. and it went away. No other description other than it was an outline of a person. Didn't mention if it was a hat. I asked her, and it was just a figure. No facial features, just clear and kind of pixelated, wavy lines going through the entire body. So she finally felt better, got up, ran into her best friend's room, and finished sleeping the rest of the night in there. So she didn't think much more of that, and I don't know if she told her mom about this or not. But later on in college, said she was living in a dorm. She had the same experience. She said growing up, she was sleepwalking an awful lot. She had night terrors a lot. So same thing happened. She was in a dorm. She woke up. Someone was there. Again, clear figure, pixelated, and didn't really, was walking away, then was coming at her, but not like it was charging at her. It was walking towards her. She decided right then and there that she wasn't going to do anything, wasn't going to wave at it, kind of protect herself or anything. Just she was going to see what happened. Nothing happened. It just kind of dissolved, and went away. She said this happened several other times during her life, and she's seen images many, many times. Didn't really, and similar to what this was, clear, pixelated. She has no explanation for it. She thinks that it could be night terrors and part of her dreams waking her up, coming true, or something like that, maybe. She had, I guess, told her mom this eventually, and she's really working on, or she was really working on, trying to remember her dreams as best she could, and she's gotten pretty good at it. So, what do you think? Could this be her vivid dreams waking her up in the middle of the night? Or could it be someone visiting her? That was a trailer hitting a bump in the road. It sounded like a shotgun blast. We get that here now and then. As you can see, there's a kind of a busy road back there behind us. So, what do you think? And again, that was episode 19. I didn't put the link to that episode in the show notes, but if you want to take a look at it from last year, it's on there. So that's the story that I had for today. Kind of interesting story. And it was funny that I woke up and that was the first thing that came to my mind, doing a story like that. It's kind of interesting watching old, and a year, it's not really that old, watching old footage and stuff. She thinks someone is visiting her. I think so too. Probably coming through in her dreams. What do you think? And then also materializing, and maybe it hadn't materialized the entire way, and that's what it was doing. Just checking Facebook. Ernie's on there. Ross, Shade Viking. Good to see everybody in there. Yeah. Hey, Benny. Her experiences follow closely to others with experiences. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I've told this story many times on here, but the one with my, she has company, with my wife seeing the Hat Man in the house. But luckily, we haven't seen that again. And so, the next time, I don't know if probably, I think I haven't confirmed 100% that I'm going to Malvern Mansion, But I bought some cat balls, and I kind of been playing with them through the house. I don't have a cat, but I play with them. No, I had them sitting out. Nothing's happened yet. Sarah says, my granddaughter had an imaginary friend that followed us when she was 2. His name was Popey Opie. Popey Opial? Did I say that right? I can tell your story when you can tell my story when I tell you the rest. Oh yeah. Shelly has a pretty good sent me some videos and stuff. Um, and I don't have them loaded. I don't have the video of the. So she sent me some video that she took from her house. I have them on another computer upstairs. I don't have them on this one. But she took some video. I believe it was outside of her front door or in her front yard or something like this. But she saw an image, like a black streak go across the sky in front of her. And she sent it to me, and I have some editing software that I use. And I enhanced it, zoomed in real close and enhanced it. And I found that she didn't have just one. She didn't have just one, let's say UFO. Let's say UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon. We don't know what it is. It was a black streak that went across the sky. She didn't have just one of those. She had 7. And every time I zoomed in and I was looking at a different part of the screen, there went another one down. There went another one across. And I was going at like 1% speed. So it was the video was going really slow. But these images weren't going that slow. There was fluid movement to them. Next Tuesday, I might load those in here or load that one in here. And I'll show that next Tuesday. Someone remind me to do that because I'll forget by the time I get off here. So Ernie's lunchtime is over. Tell him that you have to stay on lunch for another hour. Have a good day, buddy. So, yeah, those images, I mean, they just look like black dots. You couldn't really tell what they were. Oops. No, Shelly, thank you for sharing that. I enjoyed seeing stuff like that. And if you guys have any videos that you want to send me, I can look at them for you. Shelly sent me another one that was pretty cool. I won't talk about it until her and I get a chance to chat about it and look into it a little bit more. But it was pretty cool. Courtney, my favorite Hatman story is the one that used to stand at the end of the hall next to my room that would move things from my closet when he was mad. Wow. Courtney, I need to talk to you here. Oops. Oh, come on. I'm hitting buttons and things keep moving. Hey, Krista. What in the world is that? Oh, there is a fly that just landed on my camera. That was funny. I'm looking all over to see whatever that was. It was a fly. I love opinions on it. We will, Shelly. Let's talk, and we can get that video on there and whatever else you had. I know you were going to send me some other things. Hey, Pancho. Oh, we got a pretty good crowd here for a Tuesday afternoon. Got 16 people and 4 on Facebook. I like that. Need to talk to you about a friend's house. All right, Sarah. I will, Sarah. I'll send you a message on Facebook, and we will hook up and chat. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Oop. Okay, take your time. I know some people have trouble with StreamYard for some reason. I don't know if it's my browser that's acting funky or what's going on, but lunch with Paul. I'm not buying though. I would if I was near you, maybe. I don't know. Hey, I have a visitor. Hey, Courtney.
Hi, Paul.
Good to see you again.
It's great to see you. Are you okay over there?
Yeah.
She's getting bombed by bugs.
Oh, your mom?
Yeah.
Hi, Crystal. Your mom's funny. So tell me about this. Tell me about just turn the the screen upside down.
Just turn it upside down.
Yeah.
So
how? Yes, tell me about this hat man. That little description has me very intrigued.
I call this the most haunted house I've experienced because it started out tame, which is the Hat Man. I was probably 15 when we first started seeing it. About 15. And
14 or 15. It wasn't a top hat, it was a Fendora.
I call it the Top Hat Man. That's what they're called. So we had a split level house. Mm-hmm. Most of the bedrooms are upstairs. And at the end of the hall, on the left is my room. Right's Mom's room. And Mom can tell you plenty of stories about that house from her own experiences. And it'd just stand there in the middle of the hallway. And it's just like, oh, he's here. Just keep walking. And I'd be at school, and Mom's like, there's stuff moving in your room. It's probably the ghost.
Yep.
And are you reading comments?
I'm sorry, yeah. Go ahead.
You're distracting Mom. She's over there walking around like,
if I sit, the bugs bomb me.
And it would move stuff out of my closet. So you'd open my room, like the door to my room, and behind my door is my closet. And it's those accordion doors. Yeah. So, I mean, you just open them and you can pull stuff out. And I came home one day, and all my stuff from my closet, I mean, clothes, boxes, shoes, are all just in my room by my bed. And I'm like, no. I closed the door. Mom goes, what's wrong? And I'm like, go look in my room. All my stuff's out. I haven't been home all day. You've been over at Lynn's. Like, so it moved stuff out of my closet if we did something that upset it. I still don't know what we did to upset it, but it's there.
So when you saw the Hat Man, did you see the red eyes, or was it just black?
Black. It was just black. Like,
really?
You couldn't see any facial features. You could barely make out the hat. It's just like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. And
you're here.
The long overcoat and
I'm
everything.
I'm gonna go this way.
Well, it's good that you weren't scared of it, I guess. But what did she say?
She said if you'd run at it, it'd poof.
Really?
Which is true. I grew up Catholic and then converted to paganism. So, you know, it's like, as long as you're not hurting us, you can stay.
Okay. You know, the weird thing that I'm thinking is, so some people see the Hat Man and they have the glowing red eyes and stuff.
The Dark Watchers,
and the other ones don't. So the red eyes, I'm assuming those are more evil.
They're more negative, yeah. I wouldn't say so much evil. It's more of this is pagan beliefs. Is there an omen of something bad's gonna happen if you see the eyes? So I'm like, thank God we never saw the eyes.
No kidding, because my wife saw the Hat Man here, but it was like you said, all black, couldn't see anything, and thank God nothing bad happened. So that's weird. And you live in that house now?
No, that was in Tennessee, in the Knoxville area.
Okay. Did you?
About 30 minutes from the Great Smoky Mountains.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you do any research to see if there was any kind of like hauntings around your house or deaths in the house or anything? Or
No deaths.
No deaths in the house, nothing around the area. We figured it probably piggybacked off my brother, who seems to be a magnet for these kinds of things.
Really? So
Literally.
would he?
I was
would he have an attachment
15,
or
around that age, Shelly. So I have two older brothers. The middle one is anything and everything.
ADHD, borderline personality disorder.
I mean, if he thinks something's attached to him, it probably is, because we had no problems when we first moved in. When he moved back in temporarily, that's when all like the activity and everything started back up, and it just kind of went downhill from there. And it was just like,
wow. Well, that's cool. And what other kind of weird things did you have happen there? Or actually, you know what? Before you answer that, back to the Hat Man. How often did this happen?
Daily.
Really?
Not the stuff coming out of my closet, but we saw him daily. But I guess if we ignored him, he'd like pulling things out of my closet, because then, we're acknowledging him. We're like, hey.
Huh.
And it got to the point my dad would yell at me. He's like, Courtney, you need to keep your stuff in your closet. Like, why is it in the middle of your room? I'm like, talk to the ghost. It's not me. Talk to the ghost. He's like, I'm not talking to a ghost. Ghosts don't exist.
Well,
my dad's probably the biggest skeptic, but has like the most wild stories he could tell you.
Yeah. And nothing evil happened from this. Hey, Mickey.
Not from the Hat Man.
Okay.
Now, whatever else my brother brought into that house is a different story.
Yeah. And
because
just want to kind of reintroduce Courtney. When we were out at Ashmore, she was the one that was under the blindfolds doing the Estes method. Yes. So this was Courtney. So yeah. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're good.
Yeah, we like talking with ghosts.
Yeah, I enjoy communicating with ghosts. I'm probably too curious for my own good.
At Ashmore, they were
on that side.
They were coming through to you really well.
Oh, yeah. It's like I was talking to Mom on our way back. I was like, I can't wait to go rewatch the Barton's live, so I can, understand more of the conversation other than 7, yellow, no, that kind of thing. And I'm really sad he lost the video. And I'm like, I wish somebody else was recording just so I could see the conversation.
The questions being asked.
Yeah.
If it was on YouTube, it should be still on YouTube, I would think. I haven't checked.
He lost it.
He lost it because he was having technical issues, because it showed he had 2
Oh, that's right. It deleted it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, I mean,
my brother,
as the one that was there watching it, it was certainly responding to you. Certainly smart responses. So.
But it's like I was really confused, because I know the 7 question, because I'd heard people, talking about it afterwards, like, she didn't know there were 7 people in there, I was like, no, I only went up with, I think, you, Barton, Letitia, and then me. 4. So there was only 4 of us there.
And then a lot of people were walking in after we started.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now when I went under the thing, I didn't hear many voices, and it sounded like they were kind of arguing, and there was a lot of static.
Yep. That's what
kind of tell everybody what it sounded like to you.
So
you
a
had
lot
much
of
better
it
luck than I
is
did.
it's static. A lot of it because
Mhm.
it's the frequency sweeping, and
Yeah.
I also had the arguments like it sounded like two males like here arguing back and forth, but the
Yeah.
clearest voice was a female for me.
Okay.
And I mean, I can't age a voice by a voice because
No.
I probably sound like I'm 13, but I'm 26. So
Yeah.
it's like
Well, you don't look 26. I'll tell you that.
I get that a lot. Thank you.
Everybody says, "Was she 13?"
But I mean, I almost tapped out with the Barton when we were doing the Barton one because it was just as an empath, it was just feeling a lot of that. It was like I'm about to cry. I'm getting shaky, and I think
Yeah.
that really didn't help with all the voices
Hmm.
because some of them come through like kind of whispering, and others are like, "I'm loud and clear." It's like I'm not sure.
Yeah. And Pam, they just kind of sounded, at least the ones that I heard, just sounded like almost kind of distant voices. Well, like Courtney said, they were right here almost, but like not really loud or anything, just kind of just normal people talking, except they were
Conversational.
spirits. Yeah, yeah. Now your mom got the one response that I didn't like when it said my name and said I was boring.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't care
Well,
for that, and I don't remember the question.
well,
It was on
right.
BMR
If
show,
you
I think.
remember, right before we tapped Courtney out in there,
Yeah, yeah,
we asked her who all was there, and I don't know. Somebody said, "Can you say Paul or something?" And then when I got on, it came across. Yeah, it came as you. It said your name, and then they started arguing amongst themselves. And I was
yeah.
like,
Okay.
"Okay, this is making me dizzy." Like, you can't yell. You got one at a time.
Yeah, but it didn't just say
Yeah.
Paul. It said Paranormal Paul, which really freaked me out.
Paranormal Paul. Yeah.
And then I don't know, a couple months before that, I was
The
doing
second floor
another
bathroom.
show.
Yes.
Oh wait a minute.
to
Let's get that.
answer you, Shelly, anything around the second floor bathroom, yes. I was told to sit. That's all I got
Really?
through the headphones. And I sat there and it was just quiet. I mean, I think mom has a picture of me just sitting there looking, kind of like, are we trying to say something? Or are we just, you're just telling me to sit?
Well, and we were getting hits on the Mel too,
And that's before the Mel died.
and then it died.
Now, was that the bathroom that when you go up the second floor from the first stairs by the outside door on the left?
Yes.
Yes.
That was the same
I think the little
bathroom that Krista's friend and I went to, and we got a bunch of pings on the bell and a lot of the cat ball lighting up. We didn't hear any voices or anything in there, but that's the room that we had all that stuff happen. Huh.
I'm getting buzzed.
So interesting.
But yeah, there was a chair sitting there in like 2 feet from the door. And I came in through the wall from the bedroom.
Okay.
And it was like, sit. And I was like, well, there's a chair. I guess I'll sit. And then nothing else. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll just sit here for a while then.
I got the big one put away. The big dog's put away.
Did you get dizzy in the bathroom? Or just
No. The only time I really got dizzy is after the Estes method, but that's because you gotta really lower your guard in that.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay. And it's like, and that's why I think, because I did one earlier with War.
Yeah.
I did one on the first live, I believe.
Boys.
So that was like my third or fourth, time under, and it was like, I need a snack. We're getting lightheaded.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I wasn't open enough to it because I hardly got anything. I got a few words, but nothing. I didn't get much out of it. So
I would say the first time I did it, I was I was at Melbourne, and all I caught was a giggle, and that was it.
Okay. And it's kind of hard to, at least a couple times that I did that was when it was with all the static. It's almost kind of hard to get a giggle out of that. So
It's gonna get loud. The kids
it would have to be really loud.
Okay, I'll move inside when they go out.
I was gonna say they're gonna go swimming, so
The kids are gonna go swimming.
Awesome.
the little
I'm
boys
probably
are
going to
back.
jump in the pool too. Although
I don't
it hasn't
blame
been
you
really
if
that
you
warm.
pay for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Get some good sun.
So yeah. So where are you guys at now?
We got weird. We got weird stuff on this property too.
Really?
Yeah. Oh
We
yeah.
need to have you on just a whole show.
Well, I don't know if you've seen the video from Barton or not, but that was our surveillance footage from
Yep.
the property. Yeah. And we got some more the other was it a couple weeks ago, last week, or the week before?
You've been in the heat all day.
We got more
Wow.
stuff popping up. It's weird out here. We're surrounded by woods.
Interesting. Where are you guys
Yes,
at?
I was the one sitting on the couch, Shelly.
We're in Lebanon, Missouri.
That's right. Oh, you're not too terribly far from us now.
No.
Yeah.
No, about two and a half hours, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
going
there's-
down. Have you guys been to the Haunted Castle House in Brumley?
No, I haven't heard of it.
Oh. I'm going down there in July. I think it's actually the week after Malvern.
Where's that at?
Brumley, Missouri, I think is northeast of Osage Beach.
I think I've-
It's a couple
Oh, okay,
hours
so
from
it's
here,
probably
from
not
St.
too far
Louis.
from-
Yeah,
Is that the one at Ha Ha Tonka?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, excuse me.
Or no,
I
is
don't
that a
know.
different one? I want to say I've heard of it before, but I never put two and two together, I guess. Yes, you may get in.
So that is. I'm
They're in
looking
the
at a map
bucket.
right now. Actually, Brumley is just southeast of Osage Beach, in between Osage Beach and Fort Leonard Wood.
Oh, okay. So that's probably not too far from me at all.
No, it's probably a 30,
Yeah.
45 minute
Yeah.
drive for us.
Yeah,
Might
Yeah.
have to get with you on that.
yeah, yeah. So we'll be
I'm always
there.
excited to go to new places.
We're always excited to go to new places.
I'm just excited to do this. This is Ashmore was my first
We go down
one.
to we go down the road here. Of course, it's more cryptid. It's not really haunted, but down to Hulls Ford, right down the road from us. There's been
Yeah.
a lot of sightings of Bigfoot and dogmen down there. And that's only like
Really?
a couple miles down the road from us.
Ooh, sweet.
I have not.
And when you decide to go swimming,
I've heard about that, Sarah, but I haven't either.
In fact, my
That would be-
husband, when he was in high school, we lived like 6 miles from where he grew up, from his house that he grew up in. And him and his buddy, I'm sure, are you familiar with D.A. Roberts or?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Okay. Him and my husband were best friends in high school.
Mhm.
And they had an experience with something when they were leaving their house one night.
I mean, you can go down. You
And
can swing
something
on
hit the
under
side of
the-
my husband's truck, and DA was in the
You
back
can
seat, in the
take off that
back
stuff and
of
put
the
it
cab.
over, like,
Really?
I mean, he went through the back window into the cab of the truck.
That area is
Interesting.
also
Yeah.
where I saw something dart in front of my mom's old Ford Fusion when
Yeah.
it was pouring down rain. And it is part of the reason if I don't know what it is, it's a deer, because if it's a deer, I can't be afraid of it.
When we're on road trips going through the Mark Twain National Forest, it's like you see something. It was a deer.
Yep.
We don't talk about it. It was a deer
Yep.
until
Yeah,
we get
yeah.
where we're at, where we're going, and then we talk about it. It's like,
Yeah, I completely understand that, and I think I would be terrified if I would see a
turn down, let's go.
dogman or a Bigfoot jump out in the middle of the road.
Oh yeah, definitely. And a dog man. I don't think Bigfoot would really scare me as much, I guess. But the dog man, that thing just terrifies me. I've seen
Mhm.
something.
I'm
I
gonna
don't know
step
where
off
there's a
camera and
werewolf
smoke real
dog cam.
quick.
I don't know, but yeah,
Yeah.
That
Very,
was- it
very
was
interesting
scary.
stuff. Very interesting stuff.
yeah.
So
And we
are
can
those
sit
are
out
these
here and we go ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead.
We'll sit out here on our back deck we're at now on the upper deck
Yeah.
and watch the night sky because there's no light pollution whatsoever. And
Yeah.
we'll do like Terry does in Circle Stars and stuff, and we'll see some pretty interesting stuff. It's
Really?
pretty cool.
See, that's the
She's
problem
actually
with
sitting
being
in the
she's what?
In the city.
mom's
yeah?
actually sitting in the spot where my fiance and I saw the blue, like I call it a snake. That's what it looked like
Going
in the
across
sky. And I mean, I'm gonna flip this around. Like that's the view of the sky from where we're sitting.
Okay. And you no light pollution, so that would be a great view of stuff.
No, when it's dark, it's dark. It's scary dark. Our dogs won't
Wow.
go outside after dark.
I don't think I would let them out by
Like when that
by
sun hits,
themselves.
and they're German shepherds.
Yeah. Wow.
Oops.
Wow.
We have some weird
Pam,
stuff.
are either of you
We'll see.
RH negative?
I am.
She is.
Yes, I am.
There you
I'm the
There you
only
go, Pam.
one. It's me. Lucky me.
All right.
I was gifted at birth,
RH
I guess.
negative people are highly intuitive and have psychic abilities. There you go.
Yeah,
That rings true for you?
Yeah, I just don't want to. It scares me sometimes.
I can imagine.
I've been
Yep.
trying to work and I'll meditate and, get in that state. And
Mhm.
some things I'm open to and some things I'm just like, no, don't want to.
Yeah. I hear you.
It's scary
hear
and it's
ya.
overwhelming too. If I could learn to, control it more and understand a little bit, it'd probably be better. But
Yeah.
just like I hear and see
Yeah.
stuff that everybody's like, you're hearing stuff. I'm like, okay, cool.
To answer your question,
Probably.
Shelly, no, nothing out of the ordinary the past few days, but
No.
sometime last week, we have a down tree just down the hill a bit
Yeah, right there.
where my brother's been cutting it into logs so we can actually move it.
Yeah.
And he came out on the back deck to have a cigarette and watched one of the logs roll down the hill. We went to check the
Really?
security camera, and there's a nice little time gap where you can see my dog running around our chicken pen.
Uh-huh.
And then in the next one, you see my brother start walking out, and the log's in a different place.
Wow.
And we're like,
And is it
just,
I'm assuming it's a heavy log that, one person can't really move.
yeah,
Wow.
it's a dead cedar tree. So it's part of the trunk of the cedar tree.
Yeah.
And it just,
Uh,
I can't kick it and it will move.
Okay. How did it fall? Was it just weather or just
We
old
cut
and
it
rotted
down
and fell down?
because it was rotten, and if the wind would have came from like St. Louis towards us at really hard wind, really high winds, it would have taken the house.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
Colton cut it down, and there it laid for a few days before he got to cutting it into logs.
Ouch.
You
And it
okay?
moved.
You shot yourself.
Interesting.
Yes,
That wasn't a
the
tree
log
move. That was
It
wow.
was a piece of the tree moved down the hill, and we were like, Colton. He came in. He's like, "You guys aren't gonna believe this." We're like,
Wow.
"Try us." You've seen
Yeah.
some of the weird things we've
Exactly.
seen. You've heard some of the weird things we've seen without you. Like,
Yeah.
try us, please. And he
Yeah.
goes, "I just watched the log move."
Broad daylight.
We're like, "Okay." And I went and checked the security cams, and I mean, we have what, 3 or 4 pointing down towards the creek,
Yeah.
because this is where our chickens are, like, right out this way, and then the pool's right in front of me.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Never caught wildlife
Interesting.
on it though.
Well, yeah, that's really interesting. We're gonna have to talk a little bit after the show and get some more stories and stuff
Oh,
from you guys.
absolutely. We have a
Because I know,
ton of stories,
yeah,
especially from the house in both houses we've lived in Tennessee. We
yeah.
have stories for both.
Yeah, and you don't remember the hauntings in the house we lived across from in the Catholic church.
No, I was too
He was
little.
a baby.
I was too little for that.
Interesting.
We've lived in some pretty bad houses, to the point where one night we packed up and it was just myself and the older two boys and my husband,
Yeah.
and we packed up and left the place and we didn't go back. We just left our stuff. We didn't go back.
Yeah, we live
Interesting.
in the middle of a slope, Shelly. Like
Yeah, in a valley.
it's really bad when it rains.
Our house is in a valley. Got our own little slip and slide in the front yard.
Did you guys have cicadas really bad by you?
We did. They're not as bad.
And right now, these flies are just terrible.
Yeah, the flies are.
I mean, they won't leave me alone. And I showered today too, so.
Right.
But it seemed like when the cicadas were here, the flies weren't bad at all, and now the cicadas are gone. I'd almost wish the cicadas were back. Off. Yeah, I need something here.
It keeps them away,
So.
and it's flies and everything.
Yeah.
Burn coffee grounds. No, literally burn coffee.
I have plenty of those.
Seriously, it keeps them away. They don't like the smell.
I'll just burn incense.
Coffee grounds.
Coffee flavored incense.
Yeah,
It'll work.
anything that smells like coffee, flies don't like it.
Yeah.
I
I
beg
love
to
it,
differ
though.
about the flies in our house. They quite enjoy my coffee cup.
Yeah, but that's not Halloween.
All right, guys. Well, hey, thank you so much for jumping on here. I really appreciate it. As always, good seeing you two.
It was great seeing
And,
you.
Looking forward to. Are you guys going to Malvern?
Yes, we're going to Melbourne.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm
I
not.
haven't 100% decided if I'm going or not. So
It's well
but,
worth it.
hopefully,
They are
yeah.
very active there.
Cool. That'll be fun. Hopefully. So, in case I don't see you there, have fun and be safe. But I probably will. So.
We always have fun there. We're always safe. Well, we try to be safe, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Just gonna go hide in the bedroom.
All right, guys. That's the show for us today. Had the great stories from Ayla and Courtney and Crystal jumped on here. Appreciate you guys jumping in and appreciate everybody in chat. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Don't forget what's tonight. BMR with Krista, and then Barton and Letitia tomorrow night. Then Krista and the Blondes and Booze Thursday and Friday, and then you got me on Saturday night. So, and remember, Krista and I will be opening a can of Spam. If you want to find out what that is, tune in Saturday night. It'll be worth it. It'll be funny. So, all right. See you guys. Have a wonderful week. I will talk to you all on Saturday. Thanks, Courtney.
Not a problem. Have a good week, everybody.